What's up, Mudpuppies? Welcome to a new
Second.
thing
DNR
for the
with
Cryptic
friends.
Files. DNR with friends. Yeah.
We're start doing more monthly interviews with people.
Yeah, so this is the first of many. We're here joined by the illustrious Mike Familant from In the Shadow of Red Eye, or Big Red Eye. Mike, please say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
That's the man.
Yeah.
Mike, what's been going on?
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks
Yeah,
for being
dude.
the guinea pig. You're the first of many.
Yeah, the
And
first
we-
of many that we've done via internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If the sheet falling down is the first thing that happens to us all night, then we're all right.
Yeah.
We're on track.
definitely.
It's honestly it's the DNR way.
Yeah, things just go wrong here. It's okay though, you know. That's what we were supposed to be. So, anyways, yeah. So those of you who don't know, this is Mike Familant from In the Shadow of the Big In the Shadow of Big Red Eye. There we go.
One more time.
Good words.
With feeling.
In the Shadow of Big Red Eye.
There it is.
Yes, and he is like as expert I think as it gets in like the Bigfoot field. He does all kinds of cool, fun stuff. Mike, do you want to tell everybody what you do real quick?
Oh yeah, sure. So I have this really cool job. I'm a full-time Bigfoot researcher where I go around the country full-time filming my YouTube show In the Shadow of Big Red Eye, and to kind of support that journey, I speak at libraries and conferences and festivals nationwide. It's a fun little gig I got going on.
Hell yeah.
Nice, dude.
That's the dream, to do
That
this
is
full
the
time.
dream. Because right now I don't do anything full time. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
I work from home, but I play a lot of World of Warcraft while that happens. But
Yeah, that's your full time job.
that's my full time job.
So what spawned Shadow Big Red Eye? Where did it start? How did it start?
Yeah, the Bigfoot interest alone too. Like the idea of like, hey, I want this to
As a
find
job.
this thing. I want to do this. Where'd that come from?
well, this show started back in 2016. I was really into Bigfoot at this point in my life, and I was watching all the shows on TV. Like Finding Bigfoot was super popular at that point, and I was like, man, I was going out looking for Bigfoot all the time, and I was like, man, the show on TV doesn't like show how Bigfooting is actually done. So I wanted to make a show that's like real and true. Real research about what Bigfoot really is all about, and
Yeah.
that's why I called it In the Shadow of Big Red Eye, and it's been going on for 10 years.
Hell yeah, 10 years. Damn.
Actually, that
Yeah.
show that you brought up, I'm wearing their shirt today. I got this from Comic-Con in like 2010 or something, but they had a little thing there. They did like a panel and they did all this talking stuff when I was there. I was like, cool, Bigfoot's sick, awesome. I was there for the comic book convention, but
Yeah.
I wasn't like super into like cryptids and stuff at that point in my life.
That was before Cryptid Charlie came
Before
out.
Cryptid Charlie came out. You know? No, it was a super cool experience to get into. I know there's different takes on like what Bigfoot is or what Sasquatch are in general. Actually, can you give tell the difference right now between Bigfoot and like Sasquatch in general? Is Bigfoot just like an American version of that, or are they just completely the same thing?
No, Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch, Yeren, Orang Pendek, they're all the same name for the same sort of bipedal hominid type creature that we have called Bigfoot in the United States. So
Yeah.
it's all the same name, different, just like we have different names for us. We call each other different things. Bigfoot has different names geographically.
Yeah.
Just the same kind of creature. People always ask me, are there different like species of Bigfoot? And that's a great question, and I don't think we know. But for me, it'd be hard to say that there would be multiple different species of a Bigfoot type creature on the planet,
Yeah.
let alone one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well,
Same way with when it comes to like other cryptids, like the Mothman and Dogman and stuff like that. The Mans, all the Mans.
Yeah, all the
you guys,
Mans out there. Yeah.
you guys are experts at the Mans.
Yeah, we do all the minutes.
I don't know. I've never come across any of them in the field, so I'm not saying that they're not out there. I just haven't seen one yet.
Have you done a lot of like? Do you mainly focus a lot of your like research and investigation in the United States, or have you traveled like out of country at all to look for like?
No, I need to do a few more libraries to be able to get out of outside the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in all honesty, I've never been west of the Mississippi.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So you still have to get out to like Oregon and Washington where
That's
it's really,
like-
really
that's like-
seen.
Yeah.
Top priority. Yeah, before I go outside the country. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's cool, like how in the U.S. though there's so much like history with it.
Yeah.
Like with just like not even like modern sightings, but like Native American lore. I know like I think it was like California, they had like a picture of Sasquatch like etched into like a cave wall.
Yeah.
Right next to like other animals that they would see every day. So it kind of helps support the theory that he's just kind of like a regular regular guy out there, but like I know there's a lot of theories where people are like, oh, he's like some like interdimensional being, or he's like a time traveler, or he's an alien,
yep.
or some like spiritual entity,
or he's a god.
Yeah, I've heard all kinds of stuff. Which the fun thing is about like cryptids and aliens, and like we don't know really anything about them. If you really break it down, like we know from eyewitness accounts, a little bit from like evidence and research, but like we haven't been able to like capture a Bigfoot, put him in a lab and study him and tell people what he is,
Right.
So everyone's like, oh, he's a god from the planet something.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's kind of hard for me to get behind it and be like I can validate that a little bit. Like
right.
no, it's rough for me. But
I had a guy at a library the other day that he came up to me after the presentation. I'm a biological dude, so I think Bigfoot's like a biological here on this planet, like a chicken, duck, or turkey type of thing.
Yeah.
But this dude came up to me after the presentation. He's like, there's two types of Bigfoot. There's the biological Bigfoot that live in the Pacific Northwest, but every other type of Bigfoot is an alien in disguise. And we know this because... What's that?
Are they like the aliens pretending to be Bigfoot?
Yes,
okay.
yes, and we know this because they have glowing red eyes. That's how you could tell that it's an alien.
So the Bigfoot that doesn't have glowing eyes is real.
But wait, there's all kinds of like animals that have like a red glow to their eyes too, though.
Yeah,
it's
not like an insane trait to have, right?
No, that's true. I know some owls have red eyes, crocodile or alligators have red eyes, but
different species of dog, like wolves and
dogs,
coyotes, will reflect red. I know cats have like green eyes, albinos. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know if he's saying that they're all aliens too. Didn't get that deep in the conversation with them, to be honest with you.
You know what? You meet all kinds at these conventions. Sometimes we meet the coolest people, like Mike, and sometimes we meet some of the craziest shit in the world.
And, that's part of the fun, though. I feel like when we show up to these places, like you have to understand if you're going to a UFO convention or going to a Bigfoot convention, you're gonna see the wild side of things. There's no way around it.
I still think
there's gonna be people there wearing borderline tinfoil hats. We saw somebody was wearing
a pyramid
on their head. There's actually a whole community of people that do this like mind speaking thing, which I can't get behind at all. I don't understand. I feel like that's might be a little schizophrenia, but whatever, man. It's what keeps people happy, and if you enjoy it that much, that's cool and all. But
Mike, I know I asked you this on our Bigfoot hunt, but for the people, do you believe in the whole mind speak theory with Bigfoot?
Can't get behind it.
Okay.
No, I'm like you guys. It's a great concept, but it's never happened to me. Maybe I'm just not the right,
in tune.
in touch with the right people.
What's the other thing that they can zap you? That's the other thing that they can do.
Well, okay, now there is some science behind that, because that could be like infrasound.
But I'm talking about like when they mentally zap you.
Time out words. What's infrasound?
Infrasound is sound in a frequency that we can't perceive, right?
Like dog whistles?
Kind of. Except it's lower than the dog with. It's lower than our hearing range. It's like
like super deep
voice. We know like other primates have infrasound and they use it to stun their prey when they're hunting. So
so that I can get behind that,
wait,
but I'm talking about
we got apes right now using magic.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh dude.
See that I can get behind, because we've seen that in nature. I'm talking about the zapping that the mind speakers believe in, where they can telepathically make you go to sleep from across the country.
Yeah, I can't get into that. Yeah, or they'll follow you from one when you move. One clan of Bigfoot will follow you from one location of the country to another location, and it'd be the same clan.
Yeah, these are all things in a book by a certain not doctor that I read. Yeah, that I was like, no wonder why you're not a doctor.
So my thing is too, like I feel like there's a level in the Bigfoot field, or like with like specific people like that, where there's this need to feel special that I've noticed, right? So there's a lot of people that want to say they have they're the most in tune with Bigfoot. Oh, I've seen Bigfoot 17 times, or they want to have that, like chosen one mentality
Right.
a lot of times.
I'm more inclined to believe the Bigfoot researcher that's never seen Bigfoot and wants to than the guy who claims he's like touched Bigfoot.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I look at
This is someone said to me the other day they touched Bigfoot.
Wait,
I
really?
Swear to God.
No way.
I swear to God. Swear.
Oh God! I hope he washed his hands.
where did he touch Bigfoot? though?
Yeah, where?
Where did he touch Bigfoot?
Show us on
It
the
was-
doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's
But-
funny.
But yeah, no, people are wild with it. Part of it is just that need to like feel like you're part of something, I think, or that you
Right.
have this, the special thing inside you that nobody else has, and nobody else has the ability to interact with. So when I hear these theories about like mind speaking or like, Bigfoot following them from like across the country to be with them, it doesn't make sense to me. And also, normally the people that say like, the aliens are following them everywhere, Bigfoot's following him and his family like all over the country. I'm like, dude, I don't think you're the guy that Bigfoot would want. Same thing with aliens, like the aliens are never abducting like the governor or, like presidents or kings or anything like that. They're always
I have a
going-
theory about that
They're
one.
going after Cletus, man.
But that's why.
They
Who's
love
gonna
trailer
believe
parks.
Cletus?
Apparently, a lot of people.
That's why you go after Cletus. You don't want to take the whole profile guys, because that's when they turn around and shoot you out of the sky.
I know, but like,
You
what
take Cletus enough times, people are just like, oh, there he goes again.
What are they trying to research? The effects of meth on humans? Like, I don't get.
Maybe that they gave it to us. Who knows?
The aliens made. We got a new conspiracy theory.
New conspiracy theory.
New conspiracy. Let's just state it as a fact.
Dippin' Dots are moth eggs, and aliens gave us meth.
Oh man! All right,
But getting back on Sasquatch track here,
Yeah.
what is your pinnacle bit of evidence you got where you're like, oh my God, this is really real. Like, I know I'm doing something here.
I don't know. It could have been the first time when we got the rocks thrown at us. We had 4 fist-sized rocks thrown at us in Florida.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
my buddy threw a rock back at it, and a 15-pound laptop-sized boulder came crashing through the trees and landed 5 feet from us.
Sounds like you shouldn't provoke Sasquatch.
That was a hard no for us that night. Yeah.
let's skedaddle.
I think the coolest thing though is we were up in High Point where we were not too long ago, and it was along that gas line. I was telling you guys about it, and we got that audio, and I sent that clip away to a linguist from the military, and he came back and said because of X, Y, and Z, it's outside of human range, and it's no known animal from northwestern New Jersey.
That's pretty legitimate evidence.
That's like the
Yeah, and
paranormal
that's-
version of like EVPs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, you could anybody can find that on the YouTube channel. It's Sussex County Bigfoot NJ, and just search for best Bigfoot High Point, I think it's called, or something like that. You'll find
Okay.
it.
Yeah, guys, definitely go find that, guys. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I can't say we've ever heard any cryptids. We also have only been on one real hunt, and that was with you.
No, I went
You
on.
know,
Cryptids.
0 for 1. That's, I mean, in baseball, that's not too bad.
I went to experience the Proctor Valley.
That doesn't
Monster.
count. That one's not real.
It's not real. 100% not real. But I went there. I went all the way to San Diego and went into the middle of the desert. And there was supposed to be all kinds of haunted stuff on this road, right? So this one of the haunted things was you're supposed to see like 2 headlights stacked on top of each other, like a car driving towards you, but
But
like
sideways?
right?
Mm.
And we're driving, and I look straight ahead. I'm like, no fuck. There is 2 fucking lights, like right on top of each other, going right towards us. And I'm like, holy shit, holy shit. I have my buddy Ken with me. I was like, look, there it is, there it is. And as it gets closer, it's a dude with a headlight on his bicycle and a headlamp on his
Oh,
head. And I
Yeah.
was like, how old is this legend? Because this dude might have inspired
That might have
the
been him.
entire fucking
Well,
thing.
it's even the same thing happened. We went on an investigation just a week ago, not even.
Yeah.
And the whole legend of this road is that there's a woman looking for her child with a lantern, and you're supposed to see her coming towards you and disappear. And we're driving, and all of a sudden I'm like, guys, there's light, guys, and it's a street light.
Yeah, it's just a street light.
Just a street light. I was so ready. And then when we parked and we're trying to use our equipment, again, lights are coming, and we're all freaking out. And it's a car.
It's a car, and he was doing the same thing, looking at us too.
Yeah,
'Cause he
we
stopped
stopped
his
and we're
car.
just staring at each other like, are you the lights?
Are you the lights? Are you the lights? It was like, it was down the road. He
We're like
started
playing-
flicking his lights at us, and then he cruises up really slowly.
Yeah,
really
really slowly, like Paranormal
and then,
Chicken.
And then I swear, when he finally drive by, you see the guy go, And then like just keep driving forward. Like, I was all pissed that we weren't the ghost.
So going back to Sasquatch, do you think that they're solitary? Do you think they're a family unit? Do you think they'd be full on packs? How do you think like Sasquatch society works?
I think they live in family units. Kind of. Some people call them clans. The pod, yeah. Group of deer, just yeah, a group of deer, or I don't know. What do you call a group of deer?
A herd.
Just a group.
A herd.
Herd of deer.
Yeah.
Herd of deer just walk through the yard, and I think it's Bigfoot would most similarly live like a herd of deer would live. Same kind of, you have kind of males that rule the pack, and more females. And then you have some kids maybe during certain times of year, but not a whole bunch of them live together. Maybe, I don't know, 6 to 12 in a gaggle.
So similar to primates. So you'd have like one alpha male that's running the show, and you have a bunch of like youth males that are hanging around until they get old enough and have to leave, and you have all the women and the babies.
Or they defeat the alpha male in combat. You know? Do you think Sasquatch fight each other? Has there been evidence of that? Like,
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know,
I've never heard of a story like that. That'd be pretty cool though. That'd be awesome to see.
The Sasquatch war. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you think a North American Bigfoot or a Yeti would win in a fight?
I think the Yeti, dude.
Man.
The Yeti's just got the survivability of like, hey, I exist here.
Yeah, but he's got fur for the like. If they're fighting in North America, right? Like, let's say
well,
it's
yeah.
a skunk ape,
Where's
right?
the home
skunk
ring?
ape
The terrain
from North America fighting a Yeti. They're fighting in the swamps down south. That Yeti's gonna overheat.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna lose
no
due to heat
question
stroke.
about it.
But then you put the skunk ape in the Himalayas, he'll probably just freeze to death.
dude. I don't know if that's.
So we got to put them in a climate controlled arena.
Even
Canada.
Dude,
Yeah, make them fight in Canada.
Even if you had a polar bear fighting like a grizzly bear in like, let's say like Wyoming, I still feel like the polar bear would win. You know?
Well, polar bears can survive in like New York City Zoo, so I'm sure he'll be fine
Yeah, they do.
fighting in Wyoming.
Dude, they thrive in the Bronx, man.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder: do you think that Sasquatch could thrive in an urban environment?
Maybe. Here's my big question though with Sasquatch, which I'm sure it's everybody's big question is, why the fuck don't we like have more evidence now at this point? Like, they have to be extremely good at being evasive, because not only are they just these massive creatures, right? They're allegedly huge, but they live in packs. And the fact is, we don't have a lot of solid like photographic evidence of them. Because like, I remember when we were at our Bigfoot convention, right? I might have had like 30 blurry photographs shown to me.
Yeah.
Right? And not one of them seemed like half of them I was like, dude, that's a tree. But I was like, oh, cool, good, nice picture, man. Because I'm not gonna roast somebody that's super excited about their Bigfoot photo, because he might have actually seen something super cool, and you know, like, I don't know. But I just it's hard sometimes to get around the fact that we don't have more. You know? And I wonder, like, do you think that they're just extremely good at being evasive? Are they just extremely good at like hiding from us and not wanting to interact with us? Because it seems like they're kind of testing the waters with it sometimes, like with the rock throwing and stuff like that, you know?
On paper, we should have more evidence of Bigfoot. There's no question about that. The reason why we don't is a couple of reasons, really. One, I think the big one is the numbers. There's not a lot of Sasquatch out there.
Yeah.
So I like to use this as an example. You take, say, New Jersey, for example. I don't think there's a lot of Bigfoot that live in the state of New Jersey. Okay. There's not a whole ton of them.
Right.
I think there may be 1 to 2 family groups.
Right.
Not a whole lot, right? So if you would take maybe 30 people max of 2 family groups or so, whatever, disperse them throughout the state of New Jersey, and you tell anybody to go look for them, you're not gonna find them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we have coyotes in New Jersey, and I think I've seen one in the 30 years I lived up there. So like. Yeah. It makes sense.
It's not hard to. We have the highest density of black bear population in the Northeast in the Northeast in Sussex County, New Jersey, where we went hiking.
Right.
And I've seen less than 10 bear. I've seen 9 bear in my entire life when I'm hiking in Sussex County.
Oh wow!
So that just goes to show you that
he hikes more.
Yeah,
than like
I'm
anybody.
out there like
he hikes
like a lot.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think about
this?
What do you think about the theory that Bigfoot is the one that's clearing all the trails because you never see the guy with the chainsaw?
That's 100% truth. That's not even a theory, dude.
Well, we saw a couple breaks out there that were pretty sus, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, man. So we talked a little bit about that, but I know you said you don't believe there's multiple like species of Bigfoot. But how do you explain like the Himalayan like Yeti and the Hibagon in Japan and all these like slightly different variations?
Yeah, looking at like
are those species of
like the
Bigfoot?
Yowie from Australia has tusks and the Alma is a little more monkey-like. Is it just
the Mapinguari?
The Mapinguari is more sloth-like. Is it they're just adapting to their environment, or do you think that there might be something genetically a little different?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think they could just be adapting to their environment. You have like theories such as Bergman's principle, which means there's an ecobiological principle that states that animals that live in like colder environments are larger than animals that live in warmer environments. So in South Carolina, you have black bear down there, but they're nowhere as big
tiny
as. That's a perfect example as Bergman's rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think
turtles.
What's that?
We got big turtles though.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
So I think that could be kind of why Yeti is a little bit larger, bulkier, because it needs to be, rather than the North American Sasquatch, which is kind of skinnier and taller.
Right, and you look at the Australian one who's lanky and small. It makes sense there.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they're more similar on a genus level? Like, do you think they're more similar to humans, apes, or totally different species entirely?
Oh yeah,
they got to be a
knowledge
mix
level too.
Yeah. There's got to be a mix between the two because they I think they have a language. They have to be able to communicate with each other.
Right.
But I don't think they're smart enough to start a fire. So where does that lie? There's got to be somewhere.
So you think they haven't harnessed fire, or do you think they use tools or anything yet? Do you think?
I think primitive tools, absolutely, but I don't think they're. Yeah, but I don't think they're making a chainsaw.
Okay, yeah.
And here's the other thing to think about too, because like they would be like one of the only species of the only species of ape that we have in North America.
North America, absolutely, yeah.
Right?
If you don't count the monkeys in South America, in South Carolina and Florida, but they're not there. They're
those
there
aren't
by
native,
accident.
Man.
They're not native.
Those were like imported here.
Yeah.
Like on accident. But it would be the only, because I mean, like you have to look at the legends from like Native American lore of them being there,
right,
like and existing at the same time period. So they obviously, I think they have been here for a long period of time. My question is, how did they get over here though? Because we don't have any like primate species like that. So do you think, I saw one theory where it was like, how like all like a lot of people have like Neanderthal DNA in them. It could be like a stronger connection like with that.
Leftover Neanderthal.
Yeah, kind of like leftover Neanderthals in a sense that turned into like evolution side by side kind of. So we thought that the majority of Neanderthals were wiped out. There was a theory in there that they could have turned into
bred
like
into
Sasquatch.
Huh.
I don't know if I necessarily believe it, but it's an interesting thing because I would kind of explain how they got over to North America, because it would have to be like some type of like travel thing, like on the land bridge, maybe. I don't know.
Had to be through the Bering Land Bridge up, the same way we got to North America.
Yeah. There's also the other theory that they did exist and they're extinct, and that's why we haven't found them since. That's why there's all these ancient cave paintings.
What
and,
a pisser that would be.
Right? Like the statues
especially
in Nepal
for
and all
me,
that.
right?
Like, they really existed. They're absolutely real. They're just all dead.
Dedicated my life to this shit. Tell me they're all fucking dead.
Well, that's a theory with a lot of cryptids that ancient tribes and old Native Americans and the old Scandinavian and all these people have legends and stories of these beasts that we don't find anymore. Who's to say they didn't exist back then? I mean, hell, we had the dodo bird. We know that existed, and that's dead.
Well, I mean, we've also seen like how like drawings though can be grossly exaggerated.
True.
Too. Like we saw, I think they did like paintings in Europe in like medieval times of creatures from Africa that they've never seen before.
Right, just what Marco Polo described, and it's totally wrong.
Yeah, and it's just totally wrong, and it's like just this bizarre, crazy-looking dragon creature, and I was like, yeah, that's a lion, and I'm like, what? It looks nothing like a fucking lion. Like, what are you talking about? But it's almost like a big game of telephone. For a lot of those things.
Okay, wild theory, and this might, I'm sorry, Mike, this might ruin your job now, maybe all of these cave paintings of Sasquatch that the Native Americans had was from when the Vikings found their way over here, and they went, "Holy shit, what is that?"
Imagine seeing a bear for the first time.
I'm sure they've seen bears a lot over here. There's bear everywhere.
I know,
but I'm talking. Your Native Americans, on the average, were about what, 5, 6?
Yeah.
And then you have a Norwegian guy who just finally showed up with a whole army, and they're all 6'2", covered in hair and all these in furs and armor. They're wearing furs and things.
Yeah.
Big hairy man in furs. Suddenly Sasquatch. I don't know, man. I might have just ruined Bigfoot.
No shit. Actually, that's a good fucking theory. Imagine, like, because I was gonna say Leif Erikson never made it to the West Coast, but he made it to the East Coast.
He made it to the East Coast, and then the East Coast guys tells the mid-range guys, and the mid guys,
Algonquians,
they just keep sharing
Then
stories.
it's a game
and
of
suddenly-
telephone.
Yeah, suddenly the guys out in California are like, "Did you hear about this 10-foot tall hairy guy?"
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit. But that also wouldn't explain all the modern evidence that we have, like the shit that Mike's experienced, and also like, you know, we got footprints, which a lot of those footprints kind of fucking suck, but there's some really good ones.
There's been a few that I've been like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, there's been a few I've been like, that looks like a legit footprint, but there's been some where I've been like, dude, come on. It's weird though with the evidence because it's hard. It's like that with like cryptozoology in general though, because you're trying to find evidence that you can't really match it. Like when we're tracking bear, we know what a bear's foot looks like.
Right.
We know it exactly. We have examples of it. We have specimens of bare feet, and we know when we see that paw print, that's a fucking bare foot.
Right.
When we're looking for something that we haven't really interacted with or touched before, and we get this weird footprint, and we're gonna say, "Oh, it's got to be that. It's got to be this." It's hard because you have no baseline.
Right.
You have like zero baseline to compare it to.
Right.
So
Well, we do though. That's the thing. There's hundreds of footprint casts out there that look the same, that have the same trait characteristics from all across the country. But
like the divergent big toe and stuff.
Yeah, divergent big toe, splaying in the toes, mid tarsal break, lacking of the longitudinal arch. All of those concepts together make up a Bigfoot footprint. So unless somebody is going across the country with different sized footprint molds, doing this legitimate,
I've been discovered.
crazy. Damn it! But you guys know what I'm getting at, though.
Right. So there's a pattern to follow.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
right.
like a trail. Like there's a trail of evidence where all of these things correlate with each other. So it's got to be.
You know, if what you're looking at has a claw mark or has claws, you can rule that out because it's probably a bear.
Or
Right.
sheep squatch, you know.
Yeah.
But
No, sheep squatch had raccoon feet.
Did it? Yeah. The raccoons have fucking claws?
They have those weird toe things.
They have like little toe things.
Yeah. I actually just watched recently one of your episodes where you were in, I think in Florida, and there were all the footprints in the swamp. You were like, "I think I found bit." Oh, nope, that's a human. Who's walking barefoot in the swamp?
Man.
It's Florida, man, dude. That's a cryptid all on its own.
So what do you think? What do you think is the next phase though for Bigfoot research, right? Because I think it's growing a lot in popularity. There's a lot more people interested right now, especially with like social media and streams coming out. And there's a lot more information out, like easily accessible information for people. Do you think that's gonna kind of cause a spike of like new involvement? It's gonna be more popular. Do you think we're gonna get more evidence and possibly find Bigfoot in like the next 10 years now because of this? Or do you
I think within the next 5 years, definitely within the next 10 years, but most likely within the next 5 years, we're going to know if Bigfoot is out there or not. With the advancing technology, with the lowering costs and availability to civilians, there's no doubt that we're going to be... I'm going to get my hands on a thermal drone as soon as I pay off my credit card. Let me tell you, that's my next big purchase.
Yeah.
Once everybody has that, all the Bigfoot researchers have that technology, there's not going to be any hiding anymore.
Yeah.
So then you got to ask yourself, well, what is Bigfoot research going to be?
Right.
Is it going to be, okay, we found Bigfoot, so now we got to study him and learn as much as we can about him? Or, okay, we don't think there's Bigfoot out there. I mean, you can't prove something doesn't exist. So there's always going to be, if Bigfoot doesn't exist at all, there's always going to be somebody looking for him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's always going to be a thing. It's an evergreen topic. Unless Bigfoot's found, Bigfoot's an evergreen topic.
Right.
That's why I've on my show for 10 years. That's longer than most shows on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because it's this topic that can be replayed and revamped and re-looked at year after year after year.
Right.
Until Bigfoot's found. And when Bigfoot's found, unless I find him, I'm going to be without a job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find a real job. That's going to suck.
Well, I mean, I feel like you could just dive in because, like, once we know about him, like, there's
You could dive into Bigfoot research
dive into,
on
like,
a more
actual
biological level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I feel like would be like your
That's-
bread and butter.
That's the one thing though I'm worried about though now. Say we do find him. Where does it go next? Does it become
the ethics behind it?
Yeah, are we gonna hunt? Are people gonna start hunting him? Or are we gonna are they gonna
Absolutely.
get him in a zoo? Or just gonna be like it's too intelligent, we gotta study it? Like where do we go? Like are we gonna have like poacher cops the way we do about silverback gorillas and things? Like where is this gonna go from there? That's a wild
Because there's
wild
gonna be
thought.
people that want to kill it.
There's
you
gonna
know?
be people that want to wear it.
I know.
And people are gonna want to eat it.
Yeah, but I could never eat like a human looking thing, like apes or
People eat monkey.
yeah, I couldn't do it, man. Well, if you got like fingers, man, I'm not doing it. No. I'm not eating nothing with fingers. But like Bigfoot, especially, this is like a sentient like being. Like it's got some level of like family orientation, intelligence. But like once he comes out as real, like once he's discovered and actually like proven to the world, like this is it. Here he is. There's gonna be a lot more people looking to kill the thing.
Yeah, that's
Which
the sad
is-
part of it all.
Which is crazy. So, like, ethically speaking, like, what do you do about that? Like, if you found Bigfoot, would you, like, I'm sure, would you have to think about releasing the evidence that I got him, look, here he is? Or do you think you would just drop it right away and be like...
First of all, like, you got to look at, like, as a Bigfoot researcher, who's going to be the one to, I think we talked about this on our hike, who's going to be the one to hoax the best evidence of Bigfoot?
Right.
Bigfoot researcher? Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
I am. You know what I mean? I know to put the mid-tarsal break in. I know to splay the toes.
Yeah.
I know all that good stuff. I know I know all that stuff. But if I do happen to come across the best evidence of Bigfoot that anybody's ever gotten, if I got to shake Bigfoot's hand and he gave me a hair sample or she gave me a hair sample, whatever.
Did an interview
and
with him.
yeah, I got down, sat down, we had some, s'mores, and am I going to release that footage or that DNA or that hair sample or that body if I come across a Bigfoot body?
Yeah.
Am I going to release that to, and who am I going to release that to? Is the other question.
Do
Right.
you have a plan? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, what's the plan at that point?
What's the move?
Right.
Have you thought about it?
There's no like procedure for this
Right.
in Bigfoot field research, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a real big problem because somebody is going to come across one day a dead Bigfoot, or somebody is going to shoot a Bigfoot, and they're not going to know how to bring it to.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, do you bring it to the game warden? Do you bring it to a biologist? Do you bring it to
resources.
Yeah, like who do you go to?
Yeah.
Who's going to be the most trusted? Who's going to be?
I think I just called my dad at that point.
The federal government.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call the government.
Let's call the government. Thank God the government's here to help. No. Sick.
God damn.
But yeah, so do you have a plan for if you were to like find a Bigfoot body? Like who you would call right away, what you would do? And
Here's what I would do is I would take off the largest chunk that I could possibly take off.
Yeah.
And bring it home and
Just
put it in
warm
a big
away with
freezer
Bigfoot arm.
somewhere and put it lock and chain it up, put a lock on it. Nobody's going to see that except me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back and get the next biggest chunk I could bring home and chop it up into pieces and send it to everybody in the field that I possibly can send it to. I know North Carolina University is currently doing a study that if you send them DNA of a cryptid type species, they will DNA check it for free for you.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Let's go.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I don't know. I don't have a list. I don't have a Rolodex of people I would call.
Yeah.
Well, it is a big problem.
And I should.
Yeah.
Everybody should. It's a big thing.
Especially because I see a lot of people that have their Bigfoot research evidence. It comes out on either dude walks up to me with a picture on his cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Shows it to me that way, or
That's 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
or it's on somebody's podcast, or it's on some YouTube video,
Or it's an AI video that everyone thinks is real. Or,
Yeah, but it's you know it's there is no formal gathering like central trusted information system, I think, on Bigfoot and cryptid research in general.
Right.
Which kind of sucks, especially with how well AI is now too. It's kind of hard to trust a lot of stuff people bring forward.
Right.
AI is getting better and better.
It's getting scary.
And it's terrifying because you can't like as well as people think that they can tell the difference between something that's AI generated and something that's, you know, like actual field evidence. It's extremely difficult. So the value that a piece of photographic evidence had, you know, 10 years ago is nowhere near what it is today.
Who deciphers, who looks at these pictures? Who's the experts that look at these pictures and determines what they are?
Right.
There's no experts in Bigfoot. I know you said I was an expert. I'm not, though. Nobody's an expert at this because we don't have a body. There's nothing to study. So not only do we have the 9 out of 10 shaky cell phone blurry pictures that they have to zoom in a million times,
and put a circle around,
show, and circle them, but we have those people. Say somebody has a good one. Who are they going to show?
Right.
Yeah. They're going to send it to the BFRO. That's going to get them. Yeah, or they're going to send it to me. I mean, you know, I could do my best and forward it to local researchers, but that's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's a hard topic to really think about when you get down in the deep and nitty-gritty things.
Now, you as you know, somebody that travels a lot for like conventions and talks, and you do a lot of like education, and you interact with a lot of people that say they have a lot of Bigfoot experiences, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're brought a lot of evidence. Would you say that the majority of the evidence you're brought is credible stuff, or do you think that a lot of times people are just showing you like
blurry pictures of a tree trunk,
or AI? Have you ever had somebody like give you like AI like obvious?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I feel like
but
I would
we
just somebody if they did that to me.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing that you kind of touched on earlier, where everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame when it comes to Bigfoot research, and they all want to be recognized as this is my picture, and I got to show every researcher that because they'll come up to me at a convention and they'll show me a picture, and I'm not scared, unlike you guys, or unlike you, I'm not scared to be like, nah, I don't think that's a lizard. I mean, I don't think. But I'll say that, and then they'll run up to Ronnie LeBlanc, and they'll be like, Ronnie, what do you think of this? And Ronnie is totally different than me, and he'll be like, oh, that's a Sasquatch coming down from an alien. So, again, two very credible people in the field, two experts, myself and Ronnie, but we have two very different opinions on things. So it's how does that even work when it comes to Bigfoot research and evidence?
Yeah.
Right. There's no field book. There's no field guide on how to analyze evidence on Bigfoot.
You're going to have to write it, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, add it to the list.
There you go.
Things that you need to do. Like, just do everything for Bigfoot, man. Just figure it all out.
You got to become the guy. What was it? There was that professor that just passed away who was like the leading...
Dr. Meldrum.
Yeah. You got to become the next Dr. Meldrum.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's
going to be Dr. Mike.
That's big feet to follow.
Dr. Professor Mike.
Dr. Professor Mike.
Mr. Dr. Professor Mike to you.
Apparently you're allowed to just call yourself doctor. So
yeah. I think that might be a South Carolina thing, though.
It might be South
But I think we're just about at the end of our time here, Mike. So tell everybody where they can find you, how they can find more of you, where to see more of the journey.
Yeah, my website, www.shadowofredeye.com. That's the most up-to-date where you can find me, my appearances, my new episodes. It's on YouTube at Shadow of Red Eye or Sussex County Bigfoot. We're all over social media. Mike Familant. You can find me on Facebook. Add me as a friend, and you could all that good stuff.
But hell yeah, man! Thanks again for being our first official online out of studio guest. You're our guinea pig, and it worked out pretty swimmingly, I would say.
Good.
Yeah. No problem. Anytime you guys want me back, I'm happy to come back on.
I think we're definitely gonna have a part 2.
Yeah.
And next time that you guys are up my way, obviously let me know, and vice versa. I'll let you guys know next time I'm down South Carolina area.
For sure.
And I appreciate it again, guys.
Yeah. Absolutely. This has been great.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Everybody go check out In the Shadow of Big Red Eye.
Peace.
See ya.